Well, hello everyone. Today, our Marian saint is Saint Alphonsus Liguori. Here's a picture, and I'm taking some of this information from the book 26 Champions of the Rosary. So, a little bit about Saint Alphonsus. He lived in the 1700s and brilliant scholar. In fact, he earned his doctorate in law at the age of 16. But he loved Mary so much that when he earned his doctorate, he knelt down in front of the entire faculty of the University of Naples, and he made a solemn oath that he would defend staunchly the Immaculate Conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And this is before this was declared as a dogma by the church, but he felt strongly about it even as a young man. Well, several years passed, and he eventually gave up the practice of law in order to become a priest. And when he made that decision, he knelt down before a statue of Our Lady of Mercy, and he placed his sword at her feet and intended to give himself to serve, to be a knight for the Queen of Heaven and not for earthly things anymore. So he spent much of his life writing, and he also founded a religious community, the Redemptorists. One of the books, The Glories of Mary, it's about this thick, and he wrote it. It took him about 16 years to write it and became just a really well-known contribution to our world on Marian devotion and doctrine. And he died he became very old and infirm towards the end of his life, but he was so devoted to the rosary, and he always prayed one every day, that sometimes when he would start to lose his memory a little bit, he would be concerned, did I pray my rosary today? And he was always wanted to make sure that he had done that. He also wrote hymns to Mary, painted images to Mary, and I'd like to share just a couple of quotes from him about Mary and the rosary. One is, "It is well to say the rosary kneeling before an image of Mary, and before each decade to make an act of love to Jesus and Mary, and ask them for some particular grace." And one more, "A person who was leading an immoral life had not the courage to give it up. He began saying the rosary and was converted." So it's a very powerful weapon, and we can have in our lives. So may you imitate St. Alphonsus in your devotion to Mary and praying the rosary.